Hello friends, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365, and in today's video I am going to review the Arrow Video Blu-ray release of 1984's The Last Starfighter. If you're new to the channel, please hit the like button, subscribe, hit that bell notification. You can also find me over Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd at Movie Guy 365. Okay, The Last Starfighter, released by Arrow Video. I can't say enough about this movie. This was absolutely a staple of my childhood. It was on heavy rotation on the VHS when I was growing up, so I've seen this movie many times, and I was always impressed with the special effects during the film, and during the mid-'80s, like really it was mind-blowing. And just the story, me being an early gamer also kind of resonated with me. And it has such great characters and great performances, and it's just a lot of fun. It's a good sci-fi film, and some would call it's a cult classic. I like to think it's a little bit more mainstream than that, but The Last Starfighter is pretty awesome. I mean, if you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. But I'm a big fan of this film, and I'm anxious to talk about the Blu-ray. So, all right, we're going to do a quick unboxing, and then we'll come back and talk about the picture quality and the audio. Okay, we have The Last Starfighter released by Arrow Video, and I gotta say, I really dig the look of the slipcover. It's got a nice little shine on the lettering, and also a slight shine on the cover itself. You may not be able to quite tell from the video, but this is very sharp. It looks really good. So, we have the back cover, and then the spine, and then interior. Pretty much the same. And then we have a little booklet that includes a lot of information about the movie, some pictures, stuff to read through. And then we have poster, replica, and then we have the disc artwork. So yeah, it's really cool. I like the presentation overall. It's very nice. Alright, now let's talk about the picture quality and the audio. The Arrow Video release of The Last Starfighter on Blu-ray has a 2:3:9 aspect ratio and was given a 4K scan over the original negative. So, how does it look? I think it looks very good, definitely an improvement over the existing Blu-ray released by Universal. Now, film grain is appropriately applied here, and it's very consistent throughout the film, but it's not too obtrusive or blotchy, and I think it looks good and retains a nice filmic look to it. Now, this being a movie with early digital effects and computer-generated kind of imagery, it can look a little rough, but that's just the source material. That's kind of the hand that we're dealt with here. But I think for the most part, suspension of disbelief aside, it looks good. I think it is a fairly consistent looking in that area, and it really didn't bother me. And in fact, it really brought me back to my childhood and gave me all the warm and fuzzies of watching this film again. Now, the picture quality itself looks really nice. I will say it's got a little bit of a warmer tone to it, and skin tones in particular benefit greatly here. But also the nice little pop of the digital effects, where computer-generated lights are appearing, space battles, that kind of thing, are really rendered very well, and it looks good on the new Blu-ray print. It's a beautiful looking picture. Black levels are, I would say, fairly appropriate. No real elevation. A film that takes primarily in space. It has a nice dark look to it. No real, as I mentioned, elevation, and it has fairly consistent throughout the film. Even the nighttime scenes on Earth are really well done. Detail gets a nice bump up here over the previous Blu-ray from Universal. And I would say just the up-close shots of uniforms and clothing and other alien artifacts laying around when they're in space are all done very well, and they look good. The Blu-ray picture from Arrow Video is a very nice upgrade. You absolutely need to check it out for yourself. The Last Starfighter on Blu-ray has 3 audio tracks for you to choose from: a 2.0 mono track, a 5.1 that was on the existing Blu-ray release from Universal, and a 4.1 audio mix that was released for the 70mm prints. For purposes of this review, I'm going to be talking about the 4.1 audio mix. I will say that the 4.1 audio mix is a nice surprise. It's a very robust sounding audio presentation. It's not quite as immersive as I would have expected. Not a whole lot going on in the surround sound field, but this is a very front heavy type of audio presentation. And if this is the track that you choose to listen to, I think you'll be very happy. Dialogue and action are prioritized up front with the front speakers. They sound really good, very seamless, no issues what to speak of whatsoever there. And it handles a lot of, the space battles, the action, all those moments are done very well. As I mentioned, the rears, they don't have a whole lot to do. There wasn't a whole lot of zigging and zagging behind you. If they kick in from fairly infrequent periods of time throughout the movie, it's just, I would have liked a little bit more in that area, but from the 5.1 that we get on the other audio mix, it's pretty much the same fare. The LFE is okay, it's fairly good. It's not overly aggressive. It does pipe in and makes itself known fairly consistently throughout the film, but it's not heavy-handed. It doesn't, it has that kind of, it matches what's happening on screen fairly well, and it's appropriately used. The 4.1 audio mix is nice, it's good. I would still say it's necessary to listen to it in your surround sound system despite the overall lack of immersive elements here, but it's still a very good audio presentation. For the picture quality, I'm going to give The Last Starfighter on Blu Ray released by Arrow Video a A-. I think it's a very nice upgrade. The 4K scan did this picture wonders. Colors come to life. Black levels are very appropriate. Film grain is nice and consistent, and the level of detail gets a nice bump up. For the audio presentation, I'm going to give this one a B. It's a good 4.1 audio mix. It's nothing that's going to blow your speakers away, but all the action, it's prioritized up front, sounds good with dialogue mixed in, and very little immersive surround sound action going on behind you, and the LFE is fairly appropriate. So that is my review of The Last Starfighter on Blu Ray from Arrow Video. Let me know in the comment section below if you picked up this edition and what did you think of the presentation. In the meantime, please like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. So until next time, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365. I will see you at the movies.